hinge and they're still stuck on there, eh?
Okay, so that's the journal's just gone into the block now, ready for installing the crankshaft. Didn't film the camshaft going in because we had a few problems with it. It was actually binding on one of the bearings, so we had to use a cam bearing scraper to scrape out a small high spot. So we've got it feeling quite nice in there now.
Wiping it off, eh?
Put plenty on there, Luke. Don't be.
Oh, yes. Quite a bit on there. Don't want to waste it. Put some on the crank, so I just want to wipe that off there.
Yeah, so paste up the journals on the crank before you drop it in. Okay, so your flywheel end goes this end, which is a long bit. Swap around with you. So this is a beautiful crankshaft that my son's been polishing up. Spent many evenings.
Yeah.
That's dropped in. Now we can drop in the thrust washers and check the end floats. So to make sure that the copper goes towards the crank web. Yeah, to the outside, yeah, because that's where the oil grooves are as well.
I don't know if I can do this now.
No swearing on the camera, mate.
Oh, you're filming right now. Yeah. What? Move it up. It's tight. Yeah. It's going, I think. There we go. I thought it was going.
It should be fine because it's standard.
It is going, it's just very, very slowly. She is. Cool. We can get those caps.
Yep. So we can get the mains caps now. Get
wipe those down first.
Get the bearing shells into those. Oil them all up, and then we'll torque them down and make sure that the crank spins really nice, freely, no tight spots. Okay, so before you put that in, you need to put your thrust washers each side of the bearing cap.
I can lubricate also.
You can leave that. Yeah, if you put some on there, then they'll stick. Hopefully, stick and stay in there.
That's off the crank. So does it matter which way?
Yeah, it does. So you've got to, if you turn it up the other way, your bearing, that tang there lines up that side. You'll probably see a witness mark on there, on the block.
Yeah, I see it.
Just give it a little knock with a soft hammer, yeah.
Oops, you sign.
You can change those and put ARP ones in, but it's the same as your centre cap. You could have put a centre main strap on there.
Do not put the main strap on.
On this one here, yeah, just because you get more whip in the middle bearing.
Yeah, but this crank doesn't whip as much as.
No, because it's 998 crank, it doesn't whip nowhere near as much as the 1100.
It's not as torque. It's a torque that produces the whip. You know what size?
Yeah, but it increases in torque because you've got a longer stroke on the 1100, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
So your torque goes a lot higher. So you've got a lot. Yeah, it actually feels nicer to drive. Pulls real harder than the 998, but you get a lot of flex in the crank.
Yeah. These engines are not built. Oh Jesus! These engines are not built for. I mean, 300cc is quite a bit of a difference.
So just pinch that up and just fill the crank. Make sure it feels nice and smooth.
Tied them or anything yet? I'm just gonna.
No, just pinch them.
I was gonna make them equally. Yeah.
Well, no, just try the crank now, and then just because you'll know which one. If one's going to bind, then you'll know which one it is. No, spin it. Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, you can feel. I can see that's absolutely fine.
It's nice, eh?
Yeah. Okay. So then do another one.
It's close to that. It's fine. It's running the flush washers.
Yeah, that's fine. So then pinch those ones up. So pinch one up again, and then try the crank, and then see if it's still there's no binding. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then do your last one.
Nice.
Yeah, lovely.
Happy with that. I think it's really loosened off.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to check is the end float on the crankshaft. Okay, so we're just checking the end float now. This is a metric dial gauge, so it's not in thousandths of an inch. So we have to calculate it and change it over to the conversion. So my son's going to now lever this on the centre web there. So if he jumps the screwdriver on the other side, go back to the gauge. You lever that over now, Luke, and you've got nearly 7. It's about 6.5. Okay, so I think it's 2.5 to 1 foul. So it's just over 2 thou with end float, which is fairly tight. I usually like another thou in there, but that's okay. Okay, so my son's just torqued down all the main caps, bolts, to 63 foot-pounds, and now we're going to install the camshaft.
That's a bit right. Feels good. I'm going to leave it there because I won't slide down with it on there. We'll turn it back up.
So we just balanced all the rods, or my son's been balancing the rods. It's taken him about 4 hours to get these right. So anyway, this is the measurements we've got. So we've got them pretty close. These figures here are the small end on the balance, and this is the overall weight of the rods on this side. So you have to keep playing with taking some off the small end, some off the big end, to get your end-to-end balance correct. But we got them pretty close. They feel pretty good. So yeah, it should make a really nice balanced engine. So he's been using a flappy disc on a grinder very gently to take them down, and now he's going to use like a little Dremel to make sure all the sanding goes in the right direction on the rod, so it takes out any of the stresses. So you want to follow the roundness of the rod in this direction where I'm moving my thumb with when you sand it, not across. If you go across, you'll create a stretch, like it can stress the rod, and that's where it will crack. So you must follow the length of the rod, and the same with the rounds on here. Follow up and down the rods when you sand them. So yeah, they're coming out pretty good. So we've taken the oil pump apart because I feel there's too much play between the rotor and the actual case that it sits in. So we're going to take a little bit put it on the lathe and take a bit off of this face to get that a bit tighter. If you watch AC Dodd does a video on it, and it's really detailed. It's a really good video, so it's worth watching. Okay, so I've got the feeler gauges here, so I can't get 4 thou in here. That won't go in. I've got 3, and I can just about get 3 thou in there, which is good. So I've got 3 thou clearance on that. This is a new pump, by the way. And then where the rotor sits, I can't get 3 in there. I can get 2 in there, so it's about 2 thou. Oh no, the 3's gone in. Yeah, just about get 3 in there as well. So there's 3 thou clearance here as well. So the pump's pretty good. So I just need to take, say, some off of here to make it tighter. So when you actually put it together correctly. And it was all screwed up. There's actually, you can feel it on here. There's actually quite a lot of movement. So we'll just take some of that slack out.